What it is, what it ain't, Muscle Pack family. Anything I say, you can take that shit to the bank for shit show. We gonna talk about how to do square business, put back deals, little complications, contracts, paperwork, and co-owns. We'll start from the bottom and go back to the top. Every style of dog has its own audience. Before I start this off, I'ma say that. Every dog has its own audience. Every style of dog. Let's start from the bottom and go to the top. Them co-owns, and contracts, they pretty much gonna merge into the same. With them co-owns, whoever you do a partnership with or do a co-own deal with, most likely you gonna house that female, but you won't receive papers until the other party receives the agreed upon terms. So it may be one pup back, two pups back, first pick male, first pick female, second pick male, second pick female, etc. As far as the contracts, that's the same thing. You want to have that in black and white. Go to your local notary and get it notarized, and that's gonna have both parties agreed upon situation, or agreed upon deal in black and white, signed by both parties. All of my pet homes I have had at my last litter, I did have two. They got pet homes, so they did come with contracts stating that they were not to be bred, and I also didn't release the paperwork of those pet homes. Those dogs that I released as pet homes, I still had their paperwork if need be shown, but the paperwork wasn't released to the owners with them wanting to pet home the dogs. That pretty much wraps up the contracts. As far as the paperwork, I usually wait 2 to 3 weeks to send the paperwork out to check my soldiers and see who gonna live and who gonna make it, and if the litter is healthy, because I have had a situation where I registered 8 dogs, 2 dogs died, and I had paperwork for 8 dogs, so I had to pretty much shred that paperwork because there was no need to have it around. None of that, you know what I'm saying? Those dogs passed, so we don't do the hang games. Name this dog that, say this dog came off that, none of that. So those papers were shredded and discarded. Little complications. As far as the little complications, I have had stillborn pups come, which is nowhere around. You can get stillborn pups from a C-section or from a natural birth, a natural tie. So it's nothing really that you can do to dodge stillborn pups, whether it's from a natural birth or a C-section. That's something that can't be dodged. I had a female with a cleft palate. That little girl was a soldier for shit show. Usually when pups or dogs have cleft palates, they usually have a hole in the roof of their mouth, which speeds up the short lifespan that they already have without the surgery. So with that being said, she didn't have a hole in the roof of her mouth, and she fought for 3 days being bottle fed. I pretty much had in her own incubator style weapon box, let her mingle with her litter mates amongst the day, and also with her mother for warmth and a bond. But I went in there one morning to bottle feed her, probably about 6 o'clock in the morning, and she fucked me up. She almost looked lilac, but she was more so of a smut, but the color was still coming in. So to go in there and see this dog completely purple at this point now, with an all black, all black nose, tongue black, that fucked me up, and had to remove my baby that I've been spending 3 days with. These last 72 hours, damn near been dedicated, only to her. So that was something, and you gotta be prepared and know that that's what come with it. It wasn't nothing that I did wrong. That was just part of the Bullet God decision, for her. So that's really that, man. Them little complications, you gotta be ready for that. Them C-sections, they not cheap. and progesterone test, day 150, you can go and your female levels not be where they need to be yet, or you can go back tomorrow. And it's like you kind of can't listen to the vet because they come back in 2-3 days. You take your own judgment. You go back tomorrow and your female ready. So you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta study. You can't get to a point where you content and feel like you know it all, or you can't learn no more. You gotta keep learning every day. You gotta keep putting money to the side. Just like you put money to the side for a rainy day, you gotta put money to the side for these bulls every check. Cause it's always gonna be some dog food, puppy pads, shots, dine, supplements. You name it. Paw care. You name it. It's a lot. Shit, ear cleaner. It's a lot that go into these dogs. You know. Shit, your light bill for one, cause you gonna have to keep your bulls cool. It's finna be summertime. You know. So it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this video helps somebody, reach out to somebody. The muscle pack way.